8 a.m. I couldn't fall asleep again. Been overthinking all the little things I've said. I'm sleep deprived almost every night, and I wish that I wouldn't think instead.
Hello, the plan for this video today is to show off my 2 Hobonichi journals for 2023. So I'll be doing a tour of my setup so far. It is currently still 2022 and I'm recording this the day after Christmas, so I haven't gotten the chance to use this one in particular yet because the dates haven't started, but I'll show you my week's setup and what I plan to do with this journal. This year I've gotten myself the weeks in the Ramune cover, and here's my back cover which I have decorated already. And this year is also my first year ever using this A6 journal, the original Hobonichi Techno. I haven't ever gotten myself this size because I've always used this big boy here. I'm very much a cousin user, but I wasn't really into any of the covers this year and I thought I would give it a shot. I do think this size is not too bad. I just have to get used to the limited space compared to the cousin now. The cover I have chosen is this Mother cover. I've never played Mother in my life, but I think the cover is really cute and I do want to play in the future, so yes. This is also actually an older cover of theirs, so I think this one in particular is from 2019. But yes, we shall start looking at my journals. My weeks is what I call my external journal. So what I mean by that is that all my non-personal stuff goes in here. So that means my schedule, my work timetable, my uni timetable, things like that. So nothing really too personal. This won't be my journal for actually journaling and writing down my thoughts. This is for the external things in my life that I need to keep track of. Yeah. So this is the back cover. I thought I'll just bring this up quickly because it's something I discovered this year when I got my week's journal. But this cover that I got, which is the smooth cover, it actually came with this clear plastic for the back and the front. So you see the stickers here, they're actually stuck onto that clear plastic and not onto the journal itself. So I just slipped the clear plastic inside between the clear cover and the journal. So I thought that was really neat. I don't think that clear sleeve is actually made for this purpose, but it's a really good option for decorating. And they give you 2. So you could decorate your front and back, or you could save one for later and change it up in the middle of the year. So front page, I just have some Blue Hour inserts because I wanted to make the journal pretty. Subin PC. And then moving on, I have a Polaroid of one of my dance crews from this year. And I've decorated the front page a little with my name and my username. I don't do anything on these pages. I haven't found anything for this one yet, but I am thinking of putting convention dates and art related events here. So as you can see, I've written Supernova, which is a convention in Sydney that we have. And I think I'll just use this spread to plan out any trips I would take for conventioning, and yeah. Okay, so these are the weekly, monthly pages. I have a little bit of a system, though I have to admit I'm not sure if I'll stick with it because I barely stuck with it for this spread actually. So I have always done this thing in my weeks where I like to draw a line or kind of a box with a midliner, so like a highlighter, and then I would note what is going on that day. So for example, I had a take-home exam on the 2nd of December, and then I have also done like a outing I had and a work shift I had. So I do them in different colors, and it's just the easy way for me to know what is on that day without reading the specific yet. And I'm pretty free with how I decorate. This one is not too specific. I just decorate where I feel like it. There is no real method behind how I decorate these pages. And for my weekly, I've been using the bottom empty space as a way to write my monthly paycheck. Yeah, this was the last week of November. I find it kind of interesting that the weekly journal starts at the end of November actually, but I really appreciate it because I always have an urge to start early, so this was very nice. So as you can see, I do a very similar thing on my weekly pages as I do my monthly pages, in which I tag what is happening on that day with a strip of color. So I do it on the side. It says uni day, and then this says day at home. So it's just a way for me to know what's happening on that day. And because my style of journaling is quite chaotic, I don't really like having a system when it's something decorative like this. So I try to use these tabs mainly to be a bit more efficient and a bit more clear on what's happening, and everything else is just kind of free form. And it works for me. I don't need it 100% neat, so that is enough for me. I do check boxes a lot, and I also do dot points for what has happened that day. I write down work shifts, dance pracs, and then on this free page I tend to do a weekly checklist of things I have to do. And if I feel like I need to schedule anything properly, I will allocate some extra space for scheduling. So for example, I had a very busy day here, so I tried to schedule out the actual day. Next one, this one's a bit more barren because I was very tired and I think I just finished uni, so there's not too much decoration happening, very simple. I like to do these text outlines a lot, so I write it with a colored marker and then I outline my writing with a black pen, and I think it's a really good way of doing titles that doesn't take up too much time. If you are interested in other ways I journal, my first Hobonichi video does showcase a lot of how I like to do things like this. So yeah, you can look back on that. Like the previous page, here's my dance and work tabs. Nothing much, same sort of thing, check boxes, these tabs. And I'm very free with what I do here, so sometimes I'll take photos and put them here if I don't have too much time, and other times I will write and draw and stick in random doodles I have. Oh, this one is a favorite of mine from the current pages I have done. So this was Christmas week and I went with a very Christmassy theme. This art sticker, the sticker is from Poxy, one of my favorite artists. And this is actually a cutout of one of the freebies that Hobonichi gives you this year, which is this like book of cookie images. I'm not quite sure what it says, but I thought this was really cute and suited the vibe, so I stuck that there. Yeah, I really like using these text stickers recently. So this is actually a sticker which is in like a brushstroke kind of font, and I thought that was really cool. If you are interested in these, I get all my stickers from a website called Sosoroa. I'm not sure if they ship to every country, but they do ship to me, so there's a high chance they would ship to you. And this is this week's. So I have a Polaroid of an artwork I drew. So I printed this out on a Polaroid printer that my friends got me for my birthday this year. And there's a few check boxes, and I have set up the week so far. Even though today's Monday, I've set up the rest just so I know kind of what's happening. Yeah, that is all for the pages that are done up. And then starting January, I will do a few journal with me's, I think. I would like to. So stay tuned for that. So what else have I done with my weeks? The empty pages at the back I've been using for my expenses. So haven't set this page up yet, but I tried to trial my expenses page, so this is what it looks like so far. I'll do a close-up as well later. I have a few owings that I owe that I have noted here. So these are bigger owings and I note them here so I remember them. And then I've written down every time I've spent money in the past month. So this is just a budgeting system I have. Except for I was really not thinking when I made this, and I did not make a column for price. So it is actually together with the item name, and I think moving on after December I will make a separate column for that. I was very stupid. Yeah, so that's what my empty pages at the back are looking like. And then I'm not sure if there's anything else I've set up. No, not really. But here is the back. So this is just a little insert photo I put, and this is that cookie booklet that I was talking about. So cute. I love the freebies that Hobonichi give out. They are adorable. Oh, I think I've just kept a doodle I did in case I need something to fill in space. And I've kept one of my business cards in the back in case I need to ever give it to someone. I will have a copy here. Yeah. That is my weekly journal. And I will do a bit more of a close-up flip through right now. Okay, we shall move on to what I like to call my internal journal. So this is a journal I'm keeping this year, next year, for writing. I've gotten really into writing in the past few months. I think I want to kind of reconnect with it a bit more because I haven't been too big of a writer in the past few years, even though I've always really enjoyed it. So I want to keep this more as a personal journal. And I'm also going to try and use it as my commonplace book this year. So I'll explain my system that I've made, and then I will probably have to show it to you in a different video since the dates haven't started yet. But yeah, let's take a look. So opening my journal. The front spread, I just have some washi tape here and a old photo card which is in very bad condition, so I haven't sleeved it. I thought it would be quite nice to keep it raw at the front sleeve. One thing I'm kind of upset about with this journal size is that I'm very big on putting photo cards in my journals, and the A6 size can't actually fit top loaders into these sleeves. So I'll show an example with a Gel 1 PC. It just barely does not fit into these pockets, and I'm really, that's been how I've been using these pockets for the couple of past years, so I'm kind of upset about that, but I think I can make do. I haven't really found anything I really want to put at the front, so I will develop the deco for the front a bit more next year. Flipping through. Similar to my cousin journal, I use the spreads here to write down birthdays. So I have just the name of the person whose birthday it is, so all my friends and family. And then in blue ink I have written any celebrities or fictional characters I want to remember the birthday for, since I am that person who likes to draw fan art on people's birthdays. So I have a few TXT members and Harry Potter characters here. Haven't decided what I really want to use this for yet, but I might actually keep it blank so it's easy to look at. Yeah. Well, I'm very excited to show the spread off. This is how my monthly is looking so far. So, as I have said before, I want to use this kind of more as a serious commonplace book this year, and because of that, I was scared that too much text would be a bit stifling, so I wanted to bring back a bit more character into it through the monthly pages. So I've allocated these sections for these daily comic doodles that I do. So at the end of each day I've been filling this in with what's happening on that day. Yeah, so if I have finished a new piece of media like a book or a TV show, I will write it next to the number and then I will draw the corresponding book or TV show under it. So as you can see here, on the 15th of December I finished Wednesday and I read the book Station 11 on the second Friday. This is a nice way to relax after a long day for me. I've always enjoyed doodling like in the corners of my textbooks and stuff, so it's just nice having a bit of space for a very small doodle to end the day. And I'm really excited to see how the future pages look. I'm planning on keeping this all black and white, so it'll look very comic booky by the end, I hope. And I haven't filled in anything yet since it is still December. I have created a designated area for stickers. So these are not for stickers I've bought with the intention of actually using. These are kind of the stickers you get on random items you would buy. So like I got the sticker from a photo book and this was part of a sticker order I did and it was on the bag. So I just want to keep an area so that I can put in little stickers that I cut out from things I bought. Yeah. And I probably will allocate a few more pages for this. I just think it's a nice way to keep the art that I've gotten from items. Don't want to throw these away. Also, this idea of a sticker wall was actually inspired by the game Splatoon 3 because I've been playing that and I have like 70 hours on that game. And basically you have a locker that you can decorate with stickers and I really like the aesthetic of that, so this is what that is. I don't really have a use for these pages, so I've left them blank for now. But at the end I will show you the extra journaling I've done. So this notebook is basically for any random notes that I will have and anything I don't want to jot into my journal quite yet without maybe revising them. This, however, has been the place where I've been journaling since January hasn't started, so I'll show this off real quick. Here I have a Polaroid of TXT and some film that I took a long time ago, like a few years ago in uni for a photography class. Just decorated it. This here is actually the draft I had for a tattoo I got this month. So I've gotten it now and I absolutely adore it. And I wanted to keep the first draft I did, so it's stuck here. Okay. So this was my first time trying out the journaling system I wanted to use this year. So this is a commonplacing system I tried to draft up It also borrows a lot of ideas from the very stock standard bullet journaling system. So things like the icons to signify certain paragraphs or things you're writing. And I'll explain it a bit right now. So here was the first kind of key that I made for this system, in which I wanted to use the black square for journaling and writing, and then I would color in a square with a grey marker if I wanted to write a thought or reflection on a subject, and then quote would be 2 arrows, except I think I really dislike that, so I'm going to change it to 1 arrow so it's less busy. And I would draw a line down where the numbers of the Hobonichi pages are. So here I would draw a line down to signify that it was an important paragraph that I wanted to keep note of. And this system was very much derived from how I grew up on the internet with Tumblr tagging systems and also AO3. So I wanted to try to make a system, and I will show you my drafts actually for this system. So here was my first draft, in which I was trying to use 4 whole squares until I realized that probably wouldn't work out for a journal this small. So I changed this very quickly into just a 1 square icon. And initially I thought that I would want to tag all my different sort of thoughts with an icon, but I thought that was too stifling for me to use because I am quite a free person when it comes to journaling, so I didn't want to have very specific categories. Yeah, so I did a few revisions and then I came up with the system that's in this book, but after using it for the past dates here, there's a few things I found that I didn't like, so I am going to change it for January. So that's what this notebook is for. And then I keep my little writing tab, writing guide, paper liner here. I forgot what this is called. And at the back, I've kept some stickers I think I would use a lot on the go. This is another sticker from Poxay, one of my favorite artists. And I like keeping this notebook at the back just in here. And I think this notebook that I got actually really suits the journal, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, and that is how my 2023 original Techno A6 journal is looking.